Hello you what's his faces, welcome back to another video. Tigon here, and today we are talking about the new update and snipers. So let's get into it. First things first, this particular thing down here, yeah, the flinching thing. They added this little flinching thing and everyone's talking about it. I'm gonna get into that, but the main course of the meal right here, guys, is the snipers. They nerfed them. They nerfed them hard. I mean, not that hard, you're still okay, but it's basically Season 2 sniping in terms of how slow it is to scope in. But that's only with ADS sniping. Basically, if you use scope plus shoot, you're pretty much fine. In fact, they actually did a lot with scope plus shoot, so we're going to get into that later. But this part right here, increase flinch when shot by Locust, 𝓮𝓆𝓬𝓲𝓪𝓵, and Arctic 50. It's weird because everyone's saying that that means that you have to wear toughness now for your actual sniper, and so you don't flinch when you're getting shot as much. But on top of that, if you read it, it would make sense that it would be the other way around. It says increase flinch when you're shot by Locust, 𝓮𝓆𝓬𝓲𝓪𝓵, and Arctic 50. So from reading that, I'm thinking in my head, okay, if I'm shooting, I'm the sniper, and I shot someone, then they are the ones that are going to be flinching more. But let's get into it. Let's actually see what's happening, and we're going to do some tests. So let's confirm. This is everything you need to know about the snipers in Season 4/5. Let's get into it. Let's go. There we go. We got the Arctic. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to turn down the volume right here because it really is leaking. I don't want it to leak into the mic because that'll be pretty bad. But anyway, let's continue. So here we go. We have the Arctic, we have the Locust, and we have the 𝓮𝓆𝓬𝓲𝓪𝓵 without any flinch, and then we have everything else. The Arctic and Locust, of course, have the flinch thing, but that's not what we're testing. So, okay, guys, so the first thing we're going to be testing out is, of course, the flinch. Then we'll get into scope plus shoot, and then we're going to get into something else they changed, and then we're going to get into all the snipers. So here we go, the flinch. I'm going to go ahead and change my settings so I have this, so I can actually test the flinch. So I'm gonna put tap to ADS, that way I can stay scoped in. So we're gonna hold this here, and then we're gonna have someone come up and scope, shoot us a little bit. And there was barely any flinch there, and as you guys can see, this is the class where I have flinch off. I just have ghost there, so I'm not sure what's happening here, but just from looking at it, it doesn't seem like there's really any flinch. Let's do it again. I mean, okay, we have to be scoped in. Doy, bro. Okay, and then lost the lead. Well, still, I didn't really see too much flinch, guys, but let's try this again. But this time, we're going to try it on the other sides. So, guys, as you guys can see, if I'm gonna push up right here, let's say I'm scoped in right, I'm stuck on the scope, and I basically put my camera right here, and then I hit the scope button. Now let's go ahead and shoot my character, and then you guys can see through this lens. So let's do this. This is weird, but let's try it. And yeah, there was barely any flinch right there. I mean, there was a little bit, but it's not that much. I don't know. I just don't feel like the flinch is that big of a deal, but that's just me. Let's do a few more tests, but that was the flinch test. So I guess right now the flinch test, it is kind of myth busted. But one more thing, since we are here with the other character model, I'm going to show you guys something. So basically, this is what they meant by jumping and stuff. It's supposedly way easier to see how people are jumping, and it does look way easier. It looks less jittery. I mean, it wasn't really that much of a problem in multiplayer in terms of jitteriness. It was a problem in Battle Royale, but yeah, it does seem to be a little bit cleaner. But anyway, let's go hide this guy. We don't need you anymore. So let's get back to business. The big birth out, I don't know. But okay, so here's a few things that we're going to test out. We're first going to test out the scope and speed, because I know that's what you guys are all waiting for. So let's do it. Okay, guys, we're back. We got the stopwatch, the iconic stopwatch. If you guys don't remember, I'm putting on frantic mode. Got my 90 hertz, so if anything, you guys are not going to miss anything except for the fact that this is filming in 30 frames per second. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to click this button, and when I click this button, then I'm going to go ahead and shoot, and we're going to see how fast scope plus shoot is. Last time we checked, it was 0.45, so we're going to see if it's actually slower or it's better. So let's go ahead. God dang it. We have to go into basic and do that. So let's go ahead. What the heck? I messed it up again, didn't I? Okay, let's go ahead. So that was the first one. Basically, that was the shot. I'm going to time that, see how long it took. It should take about 0.45 seconds. That's just what I think. I don't think they nerfed it or anything. One thing, though, is they did make scope plus shoot better because it doesn't get stuck in the scope anymore. Like, I've had a legit sniper montage with someone, and it doesn't get stuck in the scope anymore. Like, it doesn't do it. And it just feels way smoother. So I think they fixed a few kinks with that. But anyway, let's go ahead and try the ADS button. So if you guys remember from the last video, ADS button is in the corner as always, and we're gonna hit it. So that was way slower, and we're gonna go ahead and now try the double, because of course the entire animation, that's not going to be something that's going to affect you when you're taking the shot. That only happens after. But if you're shooting 2 consecutive shots, it's definitely going to affect you. And let's see how much that will affect you if you are using the ADS. So that's how long it took. It seems it actually is taking a little bit longer. Like the consecutive shots with the DL with scope plus shoot, seems like they nerfed it a little bit. But anyway, let's go ahead. So there we go. And for the sake of it, let's go ahead and do it. Same thing with ADS. So oh snap, they changed something. Look guys, so apparently, wait, let me reload. I didn't notice this before, but no, they changed something with scope plus shoot. Look, you can't scope after, there's still a waiting time. So the little thing where you can scope shoot multiple times or whatever, that's been changed. You can't shoot, I'm pretty sure it's the same speed in terms of consecutive shot. I don't know, but that's, we basically timed it there. So we're gonna go ahead and see how it looks. I mean, just from my eyes alone though, it looks like they did go ahead and change how, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead, check it out, see what's actually happened behind there. So I'm gonna run around, you guys are gonna see me just talking. You're gonna hear voiceover Jay, and yeah, voiceover Jay sounds better than me, to be honest. Okay guys, so I've tested everything and here's my conclusion. Scope plus shoot is not faster. In fact, it's exactly the same because the potential speed you could get is so minuscule that it doesn't even matter. Also, on top of that, there's human error, so you could actually be slower using scope plus shoot instead of ADS. That's basically my verdict. This is only for the 𝓍𝓬𝓬𝓲𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓬 shoot. But it is kind of sad to say that the 𝓮𝓽𝓽𝓲𝓷𝓰𝓼 is the exact same and skill doesn't really reign supreme in this situation. However, it is what it is, and there's still many other ways skill plus shoot is beneficial, such as switching to hip fire and switching to just hard scoping. So that is my conclusion on that, and is actually the snipers got faster by half of a second. But that's all. That's everything. That's all my tests. Peace out. I'm back by voiceover Jay. Anyway, let's talk about this. So you heard what he said. Now we're gonna I'm gonna teach you guys one more thing that's happened. If you guys look, I have a suppressor on, and before, when you had a suppressor on a sniper, it would be troublesome when you try to basically go ahead and hip fire. But now you can hip fire instantly. So let's explore the hip fire real quick. So we can slide. It takes a little bit longer, it seems, to slide and hip fire. Jump and hip fire is still instant, and then we have just standing in hip fire. So that is the same. Now that basically looks pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead, get taken out by me again, and then we're going to test the other weapons. So first we're gonna test the 𝓤𝓻. Okay, we got the 𝓤𝓻 now, guys. That's how the 𝓤𝓻 looks with me using this. So that's how it basically looks in terms of speed of shooting. So let's try again. So you gotta perfectly wait until he does the animation right there to actually shoot again now. But anyway, that's the locust with scope plus shoot. Now this is a locust with... Oh my god, the locust is insanely slow. I mean, it's not insanely slow, but it just looks insanely slow, probably because of the animation. But you're definitely losing a lot of information in terms of how when you scope in. Okay, well that was the locust, guys. Now let's go ahead and try the Arctic out. So this is the Arctic 50. Now let's see it with scope plus shoot. That's it with scope plus shoot. It actually seems a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe it's different. But now this... No, not scope plus shoot. My bad. ADS. It seems a little bit better. But now this is scope plus shoot. Yeah, this junk is still broken. It's insanely broken with scope plus shoot. My god. Yep. Yeah, the Arctic is still king. I don't care what anybody says. If you use scope plus shoot, the Arctic is the best gun in the game. I already made a video on this, but nothing can touch this. If you're a good Arctic player and actually practice with it, the only problem is no one really accepts it as a sniper since it's semi-automatic. That's why I don't really practice with it. You could dominate. But that is the Arctic, guys. That is everything. I didn't test the hitboxes. I'm going to do that later, but it seems like the locust hitboxes just improved a little bit from what I understood. Just playing around in the AI mode, but that's everything on snipers for now. I'm going to go recap it in the main lobby. I'll see you there. Okay, guys, so I've looked at everything. Here's my conclusion on what's happened. So yeah, my hands are going to be moving differently because I'm voicing over again just to make sure I have no errors, because I did pre-record the ending and outro. But here we go. So first of all, the little thing where the flinch, it didn't really seem to do much even without having toughness on. It didn't seem to do much either way, so I'm pretty sure they're going to add that later because that doesn't seem to be affected. The snipers overall, they got half of a second faster. Instead of 0.45 seconds, it's now just 0.4. And now the snipers consecutively, I would say ADS is ADS could technically be faster just because of human error, but other than that, everything got a little bit slower in terms of consecutive. You can't shoot as fast as you used to be able to. It's been slowed by about 0.30, and that's because they've just made it so you can't shoot as fast as you used to be able to, which I hate. They keep on nerfing the snipers slightly. Like, they improve some stuff, but other than that, it's basically been nerfed. So yeah, that's what's happened. I guess if anything else, they did fix the hip fire with the snipers. You can now hip fire with having a suppressor on, so that's not all bad. But yeah, I guess it's kind of, I don't know, it's for me. It's I mean, I wish they wouldn't have made everything slower, and it's not that good in my opinion, this particular update for snipers. I mean, they've optimized stuff, but other than that, nah. So I guess this has been me, Tigon. It's been a pretty sad video. I'm gonna say peace out, and I guess I'll do my old outro. Adi, os. Sad Tigon hours. Bom, bom, bom.